Cedar is the other sacred herb used in ceremonies. We use it for a general blessing and to clear energy. People usually think of sage when they're going to smudge, meaning burning herbs so that the smoke will purify. When a person or object is smudged with sage, the smoke clears away any negativity in the energy field. But cedar smoke is often used for smudging or a blessing, as an alternative to or in addition to sage. You simply place some dried cedar needles on a burning coal so that it smokes. Cedar is also used in the purification lodge to bless the volcanic rocks. When an elder wants to bless or heal someone, a feather or feather fan is used to fan cedar or sage smoke over them. During ceremony, if a gift is to be given, it is first blessed with cedar smoke by being passed through the smoke 4 times. Spiritual instruments, such as the sacred pipe, drums, and feathers, are passed through cedar smoke for purification before use. Cedar smoke is also an excellent way to purify crystals. If there has been an illness or upset in a home, burning cedar will help clear away the negative energy. Anytime you build a fire in your fireplace or outdoors, offer cedar to the fire as a blessing and honoring. It will help you build a relationship with fire, one of the most powerful and magical of the elements. For any situation for which you would use sage, you can also use cedar. The cedar tree has been revered for its spiritual qualities by many cultures and is frequently referenced in the Bible. It was chosen to build the temple of God in Jerusalem. The wood is not attacked by insects, has no knots, and has remarkable longevity. The cedar forests of Lebanon often had a lifespan of over 2,000 years. Cedar wood was used to build the doors of sacred temples in ancient cultures. The wood was also burned for purification. The branches grow wide and parallel to the ground. 19th century author John Worcester compared limbs of a cedar tree to the process of attaining successfully higher natural and spiritual knowledge. I view it as climbing a ladder bringing me closer to the Great Spirit. Cedar trees are protective in the way the boughs droop down, sheltering the trunk of the tree, and its size and longevity symbolize strength. And of course, it stays green year-round, a reminder to those living in cold winter climates that the green will always return. Honoring evergreen trees is the origin of the holiday practice of wreaths and Christmas trees. The wreaths and trees were actually prayers and affirmations that the green would return again in the spring. This story about how the cedar tree came to the people was told to me by Berhart. A long time ago, there lived a human being who always went out of his way to help his people of his village. When the elders could no longer hunt for themselves, he would bring them food. A young couple getting married could count on him to make their teepee poles and gather the hides needed to cover their lodge. If a child's family was killed, he would take in that child and raise it as his own. And there were many more good deeds he performed that no one knew of, because he never sought praise or attention for his actions. Every day he remained alert to what he could do to help his tribe, and he did so with good humor and enthusiasm. Many years went by in this way, and all the while the Creator watched this man and took note of his virtues. At long last, when the man's hair had turned to snow, and the days ahead were becoming fewer, the Creator thought, all these years I've watched this man help my people. I could use someone like him to be helping out all the time. I'm going to immortalize him. So when the man died, the Creator turned him into a cedar tree. Berhart continued, there are many uses for cedar. It stays green year-round, so it can be gathered and dried at any time. Burning dried cedar on coals creates smoke, and we can pray with that smoke. It carries our prayers up to the heavens. When children are restless in a home, Burning cedar calms them down. When you just don't feel too good for hardly any reason at all, you can burn cedar in your home and you'll feel better. The cedar already knows what's needed to bring harmony because he was a man who knew how to help people. So that's the story of Cedar. He was a man once. Of all the Native American stories I've been told, this story of how Cedar came to the people is one of my favorites. Such stories told to children impressed upon them that everything is a gift from the Creator. Everything has a purpose, and the importance of developing good character and helping one another. A lesson wrapped in a story is the perfect teaching tool. A lovely traditional way of offering prayers for someone is to let them know, I'm going to burn cedar for you. It tells them you are going to pray for them with cedar smoke, which will carry your prayers up to the Creator. We actually need nothing in order to pray, but burning cedar helps us to focus our prayers, and anything that can help us focus is a good thing. This is the medicine you can most easily gather for yourself if you live in an area where there are cedar trees. Some metaphysical bookstores sell small bags of cedar, but it's much more gratifying and traditional to pick it in a sacred manner by first making an offering of tobacco. When approaching cedar trees, just like when harvesting sage, do so with humility and gratitude, selecting one as the grandfather or grandmother tree. Make an offering of tobacco to it, asking permission to take a small branch from one of the other trees. If there's only one cedar tree, make your offering to it. Juniper is in the cedar family and may be used if you have no access to cedar. As I said earlier, the tobacco offering is because there must always be an exchange, an offering, a gift of gratitude. Your prayer for harvesting any herb should include the following elements expressed in your own words from your heart. Ask permission to take just a little cedar, explaining that you will use it for prayer. Ask that the tree will not feel pain when you cut small branches from it. Ask for protection and abundance for the Green Nation. Express your gratitude for the gifts that cedar brings. Then leave your tobacco offering and cut off a small branch of cedar. It should look like you were never there. Once you get home, let it dry in a shady place that is not too hot. Heat or direct sun will damage the essential oils that give cedar, or any herb, its distinctive aroma. Once it's dry, break it up into little leaves. This is what you would put on a fire or coals to create smoke for a blessing. These instructions apply to any herbs you may pick. When you live your life showing such respect for the natural world, you will be respected and honored in return, and your life will be enhanced in every way. And remember that good intention clears up any technical mistakes you may have made.